There we go. All right. So everybody's here, so we can get started if you want, Emma. It's good to get started,
sure.
or okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, hello everybody. Welcome to our second annual piano workshop. Today we are with the lovely doctor. Emma, do you want to introduce yourself and then take it away?
Hello, everyone. My name is Emma, and I'm a Chinese Canadian pianist. And I got my degree from UBC for the Doctor of Musical Arts. And currently, I'm the artist director of Doctor Musical Arts and also the music minister of the Cloverdale United Church. And also recently, I was appointed as the director of International Piano Professional Association Canada Division. So the short as IPPA, it's a global professional pianist piano pedagogy performance association, and we have the Conroy International Competition. Also, we have some great summer program happening in Italy from the August 1st to 10th. If anyone is interested in to participate in the festival or the competition, feel free to ask me at the end. Okay, that's me, and I started to play the piano since 4 years old, maybe earlier, three and a half. So far more than 30 years. Yeah, yes, more than 30 years. So like my passion is music. I really enjoyed every minute on the stage as a concert pianist. I also really enjoy to work with my students, the young pianists, the next generation, and I like to examining and adjudicating some RCM exam and the competition as well. Yeah, that's me. All right, so yeah, next one. Natalie, shall we start?
Yes, let's start.
Okay, who will be the first one? Okay, who will play the first one?
Sorry, it logged me out there for a second. Does anyone want to go first, or should I just pick somebody?
Yeah, you can pick pick
Okay.
someone.
All right. So, Angelique, you're on my screen first. So why don't you go first? Okay, and I'm just gonna add you to the spotlight. So then you're both there. Awesome.
Do I play now?
Yeah, sure. Could you introduce the pieces first?
So I'm playing The Happy Farmer by Robert Schumann.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's start. Thank you for your playing. Lots of good things already. Like very steady rhythm, very good choice of the tempo at the beginning, and you maintain with the steady tempo very well till the end. And I can hear clearly left hand melodic line. So those things are fantastic works. Mm, I have a question. Okay, now listen to me, and I speak one sentence. Today's a good day. Today's a good day. Today's a good day. So I said three times. And yes, you just feel okay. The first time it's okay, today's a good day. But the second and time and third time, do you feel it's getting boring and you ask why I speak 3 times?
No.
Okay, so this is this way. Today is a good day. Second one. Today is a good day. Third one. Today is a good day. Have you get my idea? Like 3 times, I gave the accent or the emphasis on the different syllables or different words, but the information you receive is the same or different.
Different.
Right. That's the idea. Okay, Schumann wrote down like the Happy Farmer. This pieces. It's really lyrical. Yeah, we can hear very clear like da 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 dee da 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 da. Very lyrical sentence. How many times the melody repeated here? So look at your score. So I switch the camera to the side way. So the first time. That's the first time, right? Okay, second time, keep going. Exactly same, right? Okay, and third phrase is something different, but after the bar 13. Oh, here, sorry, bar 11. A little bit different, but the main melody is still statement the same, right? And then a last phrase. Again. So 4 times in total, right? 3 times almost the same. 3 times almost the same. But just the 1 time is a little bit changing. But overall 4 times it's exactly same idea. But as a performer, we have to think about how can we make it more interesting. So the first time I just play slow under the tempo, yeah, that's I tend to do that. But it doesn't mean like you have to do like a slow tempo at the beginning. But I just want to distinguish which part we can highlight. Okay, so for example, the first one, da, 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 look at the first slur. How many notes on the first slur?
4.
Yes, 4. And what is this? C, F, A, C. Right, it's a broken thread, F, A, C. But starting from C, right? It's just a broken thread and it's going up. Right. Normally, when you see the music, the notes, writing, the notation is going up, what we can do? Crescendo. Naturally louder. And when the notes going down, it's naturally softer. Right. So that's like how we are talking, like our language, the sentence, usually when there's something, couple of words grouping in one sentence, definitely it's not sound like the same. Otherwise, it's meaningless. We always emphasize or give some sparkling highlight syllables or word. So you can get from the receiver, you can get, oh, here's the meaning I want to express. So music is the same thing. We think about the phrase, first slur, da 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 da, it's a naturally going up. So you can do naturally crescendo. So it doesn't mean you like too intense. It's naturally. Ba, 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 da, dee, da, 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 da. Can you feel the curve? Da, dee, da, 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 da. And da, dee, da, da, dee, da, 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 da. Feel like drawing 2 times circle. Da, dee, da, da, dee, da, 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 dee, da, da. And falling down. Okay? Could you show me the first phrase, left hand only? You just feel like what we talk about, give some like shaping line. Yeah, left hand only. Da dee da da dee. Yes, that means differently. Same notes, but now I can get, oh, that's a contour. That's the information I want to hear. Okay, good. And let's talk about right hand. Still first line. What is this? What's the character you're thinking about?
Just like really fast. Yeah.
And like if this music is for a picture or movie, what kind of thing you can get some inspiration?
I'm not sure.
Title is The Happy Farmer, right? And here da 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 dee, da 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 da. So what's the color you think? It's a major one. It's F major. The piece is composed in F major. So the F major, that means brighter, happier, right? And for me, this da da da, like I have some imagination. Maybe it's in the harvest season, so the color looks like a gold. Ba, 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 ba. So the farmer is really enjoy, really happy. Oh, now it's my harvest time. And everything, like lots of good stuff he received after the hard work. So the color is very bright gold. Ba, 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 ba. And this one, when you feel happy, are you walking lighter and jumping like hoop hoop a little bit, right? Yes. That's a happy character. But if you feel sad and walking slow, like that's feel tired, heavy, a little bit like a grave. But now it's happy. Feel your touch, both touch going up. Try right hand. Okay, when I watch you, you play like this. See that? So you have the motion push down and up. Try without the down motion. Just a few touch, finger touch. So this is the gesture of the hand. Going up. Let the sound flying in the air. Not going to the down, like going downside. So up, up. Try steady your wrist, not moving this part. So holding, like using your left hand, hold your wrist, right, and just a finger, lift, tap, 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 finger tap, tap. Better, lighter, hoop, 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 hoop. Better. It's getting better already. Okay? And now let's combine everything. Try a slower tempo. Next phrase. Do, da, 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 dee, da, 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 dee, da, da, dee, da, 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 dee, da. So from the dynamic, from the phrase, from the everything looks exactly the same. But what we can do some different. Okay, listen to me. I play twice from first one to the second one. First one. Can you figure out what did I do?
Yeah, the volume.
The volume and what else? The
Yeah,
end of the second phrase. What did I do something?
you got softer.
I did slow down a little bit.
Mm.
Right? So here, first phrase just starting normally, 40, normally, naturally crescendo diminuendo, naturally shape. Second one, keep even a little bit louder, more stronger at the beginning. Ba, 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 ba. Full volume. And then, subito piano. And back to the normal volume, but the slow down. The third phrase, da dee, it's just the slow down, da 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 dum, ba bum, ba bum, ba 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 ba. So just for introduce the next phrase. Okay, got it? Get the idea? Do you want to try? Yeah, let's try from very beginning and show some different in the second one.
Okay.
Yes, that's better. Okay. One more last thing. So watch the right hand. Right hand, the first two measure for each phrase. All of them like four groups of eighth note, right? Four groups of eighth note. So the second chord not hold it yet. Then bar 3, that's quarter, right? But bar 1, 2, bar 1 and 2, and the measure 5 and 6, that's all shorter. So we can feel like the happier character. Okay, yeah, just for the very, very small things. Third one, da dee da 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 dee da 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 da. Da dee da 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 dee da 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 da. Okay, question. At bar 10, at the bar measure 10, what is dot, the staccato, under the slur?
Right. Maybe.
Like, okay, did your teacher talk about those things? How can you play the dot under the slur?
Um, I just played like a staccato and like play it loudly, like on the first note.
Oh, yeah, that's accent. But overall, from C, yeah, it's from the C to G, it's a one slur. So when you see the dot under the slur, you have to think about, okay, here has some special interpret. The interpretation should be different. It's not like normally legato. So like this is normally legato, or that's normally staccato. But when you see da da here accent and following three of them, it's a staccato and the. So if we play, it's not a staccato anymore. But if we play, sounds too much separately, too much nody, right? So the slur here means direction. direction. So there has some certain direction where you go. So to the G, that's where you go. So that's the starting point, and the direction stop here, right? So that means for our playing, for our articulation, not really play as not like that. It's too sharp, too staccato. We need like the lighter touch, the direction going up, but not too high, not lifting too high. And thinking about the note has to be like I would say the sound, the sonority of each tone you create has to be connected. So that means how loud of the G. So like so how loud for the A depends on how loud for the B flat and how much left, and then you give here. So it sounds. Feel that? So this is each one is depends on how loud from the previous one. But if you play, here someone is pop up and is feel, oh, it's not comfortable, right? So that means like the dot under the slur. So when you see the articulation like that in the future, you understand, oh, here has some direction. You have to thinking about where the starting point, where is the stop point. All right, okay. So now, can you starting from the bar 9 with the pickup from the C? Da, D, da, D. Okay, give a better control this one, bar 9. Same loudness, but keep it in soft volume. Same length. No one short. Like no one is longer than the other one. Both shorter and soft. Voicing still on the right hand B flat. That's voicing. Better voicing on the right hand. Okay, and softer this one, same length, not longer, not short long, it's a short. Okay, keep going. Voicing. Da dee da 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 da. All voicing right hand. Direction. Da dee da 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 da. Still the same curve. And softer all the like eighth note. This one much quieter. Softer, louder, soft. Yes, keep going. Da dee da da dee. Yes, keep going. Same thing. Ba ba da 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 dee da 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 we return second time. Oh, the end. Da dee da da dee da 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 dong dee bong. No any rush. Dong dee da. Really control the end notes. Yes, that's better. That's much better. Okay. One more last thing. If you want to make yourself more engaged in your pieces, be sure you're naturally, you're physically breath with your playing together. I mean, for the beginning, breath in. Da, 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 dong, ba, bum, 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 dong, da, dee, da, da, dee, da, 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 dee, da. Breath. Ba, ba. Second one. Da, dee, da, 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 do. Do, 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 ba, ba. So third one, breath again. Ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Da, dong, da, dong, da, dee, da, 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 dong, da, dee, da, da, dee, da, 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 dee, da. Breath. Da, dee, da, 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 dee, da, 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 dong. Breath. Ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum. Da, dee, da, da, dee, da, 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 dee, dong. So yourself with music will connect more tightly because your physical breath with the musical phrases all together. Okay, and like from the perspective of the audience, when we watch you, we feel, oh, you really enjoy your playing. It's such like the brilliant moment. You really attractive people to watch you. Okay, yeah, nice, good job. Okay, yeah, I'm very happy to work with you.
Yeah, me too. It's
And
really
do you have any question?
no, not
No,
really.
okay, yeah, nice to see you. Okay,
Awesome. I enjoyed that. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove spotlight. And the next person that I have in that's like in the order is Adam. So Adam, take it away. I'm gonna put you I'm gonna add pin.
Mm.
There we go. No, I don't want to do that. Where did it go? You think I'd add spotlight there. You think I'd be good at this by now. Awesome.
hello, Adam. What are you going to play today?
I'm going to play Swingers Dance, level 8 by Bella Bartok.
Okay. Yeah. So let's starting with that. Thank you for your playing. So I really enjoy like the very what is it called? It's a Romania. Yeah, I think Romania dance the feeling like more folk tune. It's not Romania. I know it's like a sweetheart. So it's kind of like the folk dance feeling and with lots of like pentatonic things. That's good. Um, First of all, because I only can see your hand. I don't see your pedal, right? Did you using some of the soft pedal?
No.
No? Okay. Look at the music score. Okay, open your book. Last two lines. What is the dynamic sign over there?
Soft as possible.
Triple P and four P's, right? And it sounds like almost nothing. Almost nothing. So for our hands, it's really difficult to play as soft as we can. So in that case, using the soft pedal to help you to create the volume. So 1 and 2 and bob. So barely can hear, right? Yeah. So first of all, Bartok is master of the pianos. I mean, the piano is like really, really soft. Okay. The other one really enjoy to using those kind of technique is Debussy. Debussy and Ravel. So both of the impressionists, they really enjoy to using like the really, really soft sound. Okay. I have another question. Could you talk about what's the difference between tenuto tenuto first, and then accent, and then tenuto with accent, and then where it has marcato, like the small like triangle shape, and the yeah. So what's the difference between those marks?
What? Pardon?
What's the difference between tenuto with accent, marcato sign, four different signs? Do you understand what a tenuto sign? Like a straw line on the bar 14, the D. So that's a tenuto.
Just to like to make the notes like as like as like full like for example you it has like two beats and you play it two beats full like you play the like notes full.
Yeah, right. And how about accent? Tenuto with accent and the marcato. So marcato, it's bar 19, left hand, the first one. So that like the triangle shape. That's marcato.
And accent is to make it a bit louder and like have more strength into it.
But what's the difference between that sign with the accent sign?
Pardon?
So like the marcato, what's the difference? Like you mean it's accent, it's play louder, right? More stressed, yeah, louder. So this sign and the accent sign. The accent, for example, bar 21, first the right hand note, G. That's accent.
Yes.
Right. So in that bar, and the left hand has that, like the marcato, and right hand it's accent. So what's the difference? Is the same or different?
Different?
Yes, it's different. Like, can you figure out what's the like very very subtle, very fine difference. What is that?
Um,
Never think about, right? Okay, let's talk about those signs. You know, Bartok, he's transcribed many folk songs into the piano works. And for the folk song, the melody the coming from verbally, from singing, and maybe some it's a folk instrument play. And when Bartok transcribes those like the tunes, the melodies into the piano works, he tried to like recover like what his original sounds like. So as similar as possible. That's his main idea. So all the marks he chose is really specific to mean something. So as us as a like performer, we are the interpreter, we are the translator to try to give those difference to our audience, right? Yeah, tenuto, you're right. Tenuto that means play the enough beat. When there has a quarter note, definitely play one beat exactly. But tenuto is part of like one of the accent. We consider tenuto is the whole accent family has bunch of the different the marks. Tenuto is one. Tenuto and tenuto is the lightest one because we just play enough time, but it still emphasize, right? It's not like just a regular playing. You really take care of them and to play them exactly the enough beat. So we consider it's part of the accent family, right? Next one, a little bit louder than the tenuto. That's an accent. That's like the small, the arrow one, bar 21. That's an accent sign. That's the number two. So a little bit louder, a little bit louder. So if it's softer like this, and if I want to play the B as accent, piano based on the background of piano and give that the louder. That's accent. And then we have the no, in this piece we didn't see the SF. SF is a subsondo. Subsondo is also a mark of the loudness. Play something louder. So that subsondo sometimes it's pretty similar as a marcato sign, like the triangle shaped one, because those signs not the simply loud. It give the information of change the tone color. So the loud, that's simply loud. But with the marcato or the subsondo, that means we need to give the sound, the tones more brighter, more sharp. So at the bar 19, if without that sign, just play that like that. But with this sign, we give the touch more quickly to create more sharp sound. Not just simply loud, it's sharp. So something if I play on the wood, you can hear the difference. So the accent, can you hear the last one? Da da da. Sorry, more clear. Can you hear that? So that's the accent. But the marcato is like this. So that's more quickly touch to create the sharpness of the tone. Okay, yeah. So before you want, like, if you want to play this one, it's more specifically like a really original idea to present the original idea from the Bartok. You should understand what's the tone color you're creating. So the beginning 2P and the 3P, you can use in the soft pedal as well. 1 2 1 2 1 2 da 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 da. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and here it's really soft. So that's, and your right hand staccato, this staccato with pianissimo, it's really, really soft. It's a finger thing. Really sparkle sound. Bum, bum. And two note slur, ba, bum. Staccato, two note slur. Really clear articulation. Okay. Can you starting from bar 7? Just play right hand only. You can start a little bit slower tempo, but the very clear fine, all the articulation. Pianissimo. Pianissimo. Shh. Okay, two notes slur, first one louder, second one softer, right? And the staccato. This is only finger touch. Not the okay. Staccato has bunch of different things. Some staccato is it's a finger staccato. Some staccato is your elbow, like you the forearm. It's a more staccato feeling, right? And some is with a whole arm. That's a whole arm things. This one pianissimo, that's a finger. Just a finger, ping, 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 ping. Yeah, try it again. So you feel it's pluck. Your finger is a pluck, 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 pluck. Yes, that's better. And then tenuto. Yes. And so all the staccato using finger only. Okay, without the accent on B. Did you use the damper pedal?
No.
No? Okay, but I heard like maybe that's from your piano's things. Your like these two notes is really overtoned. So so after you play the staccato, listen how short my staccato it is. It just disappear, right? But you are the longer than me. Maybe it's because the piano's problem. So your piano is a little bit leaking. So it's the overtone still there, right? Yeah. Okay. And you got the touch, right? Okay. And then we talk about left hand. Really control your song. None of them give the accent. Yeah, try starting from bar 9.
9.
9, yeah. Shh, shh. Pianissimo, pianissimo. Shh, control the sound, control the sound. Okay, so like now, if you want to play really soft, some secret tips. If you want to play really soft, your arm keep it steady. So don't give the actual movement. So like, see, that's louder. But if you now don't give the actual movement, keep it steady. that? That's different. So right away it's softer, right? Yeah. So that means the first almost 3.5 lines, your left hand just keep it steady in one position. And plus your right hand. Right. And the beginning part, this part, for me, it sounds like the a girl singing like 2 kilometers away. It's in the village. It's not in the city. It's a folk song, right? It's in the village, and there has it's a country girl. She's doing some housework and singing, and the person like stand 2 kilometers far away heard a very beautiful melody, but it's far away. It's just barely can hear. That's a pianissimo, pianissimo, but it's beautiful. So it's a ba 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 da dee dee da dee, like the bird. Do do da 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 dee dee da dee. Da da dee da dum dum da da dum. Da da dee da 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 dum. And oh, here is not like 2 kilometers far away. It's just 50 meters far away, and the girl is coming. The girl is walking close to me. So the sound is getting more clear and clear. So that's the volume getting louder. Okay, so let's try the beginning part. Soft pedal down. Yeah, arm steady. Okay. So let's stop here. Starting from the 19. Da, 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 start 19. That's a new phrase beginning. Da, da, dee, dee, da, da, da. Da, dee, da, dee, dee, da, da, dee, da, da, dee, da, da, da. So that's a new phrase. So really physically breath before you play ba 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 ba. It's not connected from da 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 da. It's not same thing. It's different thing. Two different things. So da 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 bang bang. Ba 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 da di da di di da da di da da di da 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 ba ba da 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 di da da di da di di da 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 di da 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 da. Four measure each phrase. So physically give a clear sense of the phrases. Okay, yeah. Try again from 19. Okay, question. You put the damper pedal down from a 19. So this pedal holding to where? To next page, bar 34.
Yes.
Okay, let me try that. But for me, I think that's too much blurry. So it's okay. It work. It work. Why I heard you it's too much blurry. Okay, let's try this way. So accent here on the Macado side. More push quicker tone. Ba, 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 ba. So the first two notes overtone covers the following G. Do you understand what I mean? So not like that. This is G is cover everything. We need the first G, like lower G and D. Ba, 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 ba. Try left hand. you play like this. So do this. So I push on the first two notes, this one. This push down. That's a marcato. That's a marcato. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, now holding the pedal, the damper pedal for the whole line. That's right. That's right. That's a sound. Oh, by the way, your piano need to be tuned, so it's auto tone. So like the hammer knocked, it's not like knock the three strings together. So the three strings is the same different pitch, so it's not together. And bum, 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 bum. Okay, now with the right hand. So right hand is a bum, bum, like the bell, like the xylophone, the sound of a xylophone. Okay, can you give more specific on those accent with tenuto, accent with staccato? Listen to me. I play a little bit slower. Try one more time. Okay, so the tenuto, you don't have to play too loud. You just hold enough time, give their natural weight. That's enough. You don't have to push it harder to give accent. Yeah, so that's it. So now with left hand, ba ba ba. Accent on first one left hand, now the G. Now G is here. That's right. Now I feel the phrase. Okay, keep going. So left hand, the same thing. Left hand, keep the accent here. Bum, 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 bum. Here. That's right. Good. And then change the pedal here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Very interesting. Here has bar 35. First, left hand first chord, marcato. Dynamic side here, mezzo 40. So how loud we can offer for this one?
Pardon?
How loud we can offer for the marcato side? It's a mezzo 40 with marcato. You can give it at least 40, maybe just even more, like a pure 40. So this is, we need the overtone of this chord cover the following. Bum, 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 bum. So this is like the sound. It's including this one. It's imitated the sound of percussion, and this one is bum 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 bum. Some like a string instrument with percussion. Okay, yeah, try this one. Yes, and right here. So here, marcato, it's a really brighter, sharp sound. Staccato, tenuto with marcato. So this is really. Your staccato not moving the wrist too much. Just like steady your wrist. Finger only. The marcato gave your wrist push. But following ba 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 here has again staccato only finger. Yes, that's right. Okay, and next four. Okay, so now everything. Starting from 35. Yes, keep going, good. Okay, stop here. Pedal starting from bar 44 is different, right? So the whole pedal starting from 35, holding till 44 second beat. So the bum bum release pedal, and then pedal down on next downbeat. And next bar, and then yeah, so the whole line starting from 46 is a ba 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 ba. Could you show me your left hand with pedal? Bar 46. That the whole line, left hand with pedal. Okay, I need your right foot change more quickly. So you're listening. You know, my teacher told me only two things the teacher not really can teach. One is memorizing. The other is pedal. Because every time we're using the pedal depends on the environment, the piano, if there has audience over there. So every single different like situation is different. So the pedal not really can be taught, but we can using our hearing. So listen carefully because we want to catch the hearing. This is what we want to catch, but this is clear, no pedal. This is what we want to catch. So we change really like accurate on next one. Can you hear that? So like 2, 3, 2, 3. That's a pedal. Yeah, one more time. Okay, sometimes I still can hear this one with pedal, but that one has exactly very clear one, right? Okay, now hands together from 46. That's right. Can you hear the clear like the harmony things, right? That's a pedal. What do we have? Good. Okay, next section. Okay, here, from the technical part, can you show me your left hand only? We can talk about the technical issue. Do you have the difficulty to play equally?
Pardon?
Four finger exactly control very well and without any like sort of like soreness or like it hurting your arm. Let's try without pedal, just a finger. Okay, can you control your thumb without any accent? We don't want that. We don't want that. We want. Okay. Could you verbally describe any emotion happened when you play those things? Can you talk about the like what's the inside your arm or your wrist? What's the movement?
Your wrists are um
When I watch you, when I observe you, okay, let's switch to this one. So when I watch you play, it shows like this. See that? So finger doing, and when you try to play like last a whole line, and it's getting a little sore for the arm. Is it right? Yeah. So you try to move like this. But what's the most flexible? Like show me like this. When you're doing this rotation, are you feel tired?
no.
No. Yes. Yes. So because when we doing like the rotation like that, we deliver it all the tension. We deliver it out. So you're not like rotation like this. We're rotation like this. It's more flexible, right? Yeah. So that means we play piano, we're looking for the most comfortable position. So like I play here. Look at me. I do it a little bit slower. This is a rotation. So look at this. So starting the pinky, this is like 9 o'clock and anti-clockwise to 3. So try this one first. Now play other finger, just a 5 and a 1. Any octave. So sit comfortable and do this rotation a little bit. So 5. So here. So thinking about the clock. Okay, 9 o'clock is pinky. 3 o'clock, that's thumb. And like draw a circle is anti-clockwise. This is the rotation. Yeah, so it's a risk leading the rotation. Your risk, this part. 9 to 3, rotate again. Okay, and then speed up. Drawing a circle. So not the whole arm doing, not whole arm, just the risk. The risk lead your forearm. Yes, Okay, do you feel tired right now? No. No, yes. Because when you rotate, all the tension you deliver is deliver out. So in the 4 notes, same thing, 9, 11, 1, 3. So it's anti-clockwise. 9 o'clock, finger 3 is 11. It's not anti, it's clockwise, sorry. 9 o'clock, 11, 1, 3. And moving, like, do the lower, so it's 3 to 9. And again. Try that. So 4 notes. 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 1. 9 o'clock, 11, 1, 3. Okay, so you're not giving the finger activity anymore. So because your hand gesture is there, so 5, 3, 2, 1, the hand gesture is firm. This is your gesture. So you just rotate the wrist. So finger, when you like when the notes should be played, finger push down. That's it. So there's no any lifting. There are no up down motion, right? So only this note rotation. See, I'm not giving this. This is the finger up down. We're not doing that. Just a rotation by the wrist. Good job. Good job. You get it right away. That's it. So will you feel comfortable this motion and it just accelerate? You can play endless. You won't feel any soreness or any tired anymore. So this is just a delivery because we can rotate our wrist over half hour, no any problem. The same thing. All right, yeah. So this is some technique part you can think about and working on for the next time for the next level study. Same thing of similar parts starting from measure 62 to 68. It's the same thing. Just rotate. So it's a ba 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 da 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 da. It's a rotate. So it's like you can play very fast, okay, and with very even control. The next 2 page actually most important concept is the same as before. Okay, same as the first 2 page. Just more carefully about the short slur and physical phrase. Physical phrase. So like breath with the phrases can give the structure more clear overall. All right. Any question? Because we're on we're time out.
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for working with me.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the spotlight there from him. And then the next person will be Yvonne. All right, so I'm going to pin her. And no, we don't do that.
Start your video.
It's on.
Oh, it's on. Why can't I make it smaller? Oh, I spotted it. There we go.
Oh, I think because one device has to be disconnected the audio.
Make sure your volume's on so I can't hear.
I don't know why. Hello.
No, we
Yeah,
can't.
I can hear.
Wait, hello.
Yeah. Okay, Yvonne, which piece are you going to play?
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna play the Nocturne, Opus 9.
Oh, okay. E flat major, right? Okay, good.
Major, yeah.
All right,
By Chopin. Okay.
sure.
Sorry. 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 Should have warmed up.
5 major chord. Okay, thank you,
So
Yvonne.
sorry.
It's always fun to play like Chopin's pieces, right? Yeah, everyone loves Chopin. Okay, um, first question. Have you seen any, like, did you see the portrait of the Chopin's hand?
The
So there
Chopin.
yeah, Chopin's hand. There has some there like, okay, if you Google like Chopin's hand, the picture will show you some like Chopin's hand what it looks like. Because the question I ask you because Chopin's pieces and he is as an educator as a piano teacher, his education I mean his like teaching philosophy is different than like Czerny or Beethoven. It's different. Chopin's hand it looks like this. The shape looks like this. And when he teach his students, the first lesson he asks the student not it's not starting from C, D, E, F, G. So because when we play on C position, our finger is curved like this. It's a curve like this. But Chopin prefer play like this. So the 3 fingers, 2, 3, 4, on 3 black keys group. So he's the first lesson he asks the student to play the scale, learning the hand position is like this. It's more natural actually. This is more compare the C position will play in this hand shape, but E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and the C or B. So it's this. It's more like open position. So this is a Chopin's basic concept to play his pieces. It's not play like this, especially for his nocturne. Okay, so we can talk about the why. What's the difference between this touch and this touch? Can you hear the sound difference? I play one more time. And can you hear the very subtle difference, right? So if we curve the finger play, it sounds more independent. But if we more like open finger, more flat finger, it's more legato.
Yeah.
That's more like so this because the piano, this is the piano as an instrument we consider is part of the percussion family. We put the keys down and the hammer knock the string and the sound just decay. It's bang, mute. Bang, all the sound is played loud and getting too soft to mute, right? So this is natural. That's a characteristic from the instrument itself. So only percussion like that, like voice, like the string instrument or any woodwind brass, we can play on note getting like ah. We can do crescendo diminuendo just for one pitch, but piano doesn't want. Piano can't do that, right? So the pianist's job is actually anti the nature way. We play those pitches, try them as legato as possible. Right? Okay, so Chopin's piece, we need a more flatter finger because it slows down the touch, can make the sound more legato. So like the first note is so all the flat finger first of all can help you to play more legato. The notes is more connected. Okay, this is the general concept of the Chopin's nocturne.
Yeah.
So using like the most flat part in the finger. But doesn't mean there has like some joint, like a double joint, not like that. We still need a more firm, like the knuckles of the first the nail joint. So this part is still firm, but just more flat finger. So like this. Okay. That's the first thing I want to talk. Second thing, it's Chopin's harmony. So Chopin is the only composer, over 90% of the composition he composed for piano. Like Beethoven, Chopin, Liszt, and other instrument, they composed lots of the string, orchestra, other instrument, but Chopin is just a la piano. So his taste or his harmony is specific, is unique. Like Beethoven, like this one. Joy, joy, joy. So auto joy. We can transpose to or any key still sounds auto joy. No any problem. But this one, if we transpose to, it's still not, it's not Chopin anymore, right? So it's if we transpose to, it's not Chopin anymore, right? So Chopin choose the key of individual pieces it's specifically. So it's like his harmony, the tone of the color is unique. So these things it ask us as a player, as an interpreter, has to be thinking about what's E major should be sounds like. His harmony. So that's Chopin's harmony.
Yeah.
Okay. So it asks student first of all learn notes more carefully because the harmony is specific. Any round note will break the whole system of his choice. So the harmonic progression has some specific tone color. So any round note will break that kind of the bridge, the whole system. Yeah. So it asks you to learn the pieces more carefully when you read the notes. Okay. And then when you play the Chopin, rubato is the most people like to do it first. Actually, waited till the last. Rubato is the last thing. We can I will leave a couple minutes to talk rubato at the end, but now I need to play more accurately. So the rhythm is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So let's start it from the left hand alone. Left hand with pedal. So make sure change pedal on each of the bass note. So the 3 notes as pattern, change on the first one. Left hand only.
Sorry.
F and D flat. F and D flat. F and D flat. Right. No. B flat, D flat, E natural. B
Okay,
flat, D flat, E natural.
Let me restart. So sorry. I'm not prepared. That'll be good.
Oh, try it again. A flat, D.
Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, so just do the first line. Make sure you read notes first. So where you stop is F, F, D flat, B flat, D flat, and E natural. And B flat, D flat, E natural. Right. So finger using 5 2 3 2 1. 5 2 on F and no, F and D flat 5 2. 5 2. F D flat 5 2. Not 1 2. 5 2. Yes. So you are 3 on B flat already. So B flat, D flat, and E natural 3 2 1. Yes. Okay, and the last one, F, F, C, A flat, C, and F. 5 2 4 2 1. 5 2 F, C, 5 2 A flat, C, and F. 4 2 1. F, C, F, C,
F, C.
and A flat, C, and A flat, C, and F. Yes. So 5 2 4 2 1. Finger 5 2 4 2 1. Last chord 4 2 1. A flat, C, and F. 4 2 1.
Wait, 4 2
4 on A flat, 2 on C, 1 on F. Right. So your finger 2 now move because your finger 2 on C already. You play the 5 2 on F and the C. And next, just put the 4 and 1 on A flat and F. It's one position. 5 2, now 5 1. 5 2. Finger 2 on C. Yes. And now change. Don't change the position. That's right. That's it. So you now change the position. Okay. So finger for the advanced pieces. So this is like a suit. It work for everybody. Okay. If you're learning the difficult pieces, the finger's choice is you play as more notes as possible in one position. Play as many notes as possible in one position. What that mean? Like we play the if we put on C position, we can play all the 5 notes, right? So in this position, we can do that. But if we want to play this one, we have to cross, right? This is just a scale like. But for the chords, the same thing. If we can using like the one position, not change, not move, using the common finger to play, using the same finger to play the common note, or like. So now change like this. If you move the arm to looking for those positions, it has more risk to hit the wrong notes. Right, yeah. So overall for this piece, you can using the one pattern on last two chords. Like it's one position. 5 2 4 2 1. The same thing, 5 2 3 2 1. So the finger two on D, and you play twice. You're not moving. Yes, some like so you will remember like what I think the wrong notes you play definitely is not you're not reading it because you're moving, and after a couple of times practicing, the muscle remember the wrong pass. So you hit the wrong notes and the muscle remember that where to go, and it's just as a habit. So that's because the finger you choose to play those notes is not like the best choice. So if you play as like like this, 5 2 3 2 1. You won't forget. You won't hit the wrong notes because it's a one position. All the fingers you put on those notes already. So you just push down 5 2 3 2 1. That's it. You won't hit it, the wrong notes. But if you change to 5 1 and someone using one more time, you have to change the arm position. That's difficult. You have to hit like something random notes. Okay, yeah. Second thing, okay, here, third thing. Your left hand, this is a metronome. All the freedom, what do you do the freedom thing? That's for the right hand. That's for he, dong, da, 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 di. That's for the right hand. But the left hand, that's a metronome. Bong, ba, 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 bong.
Emma, your sound is cut out. Your sound is cut out. We can't hear you.
Oh, so am I?
Oh, now we hear you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I can. Where's? Okay, here we go. I can hear fine. Okay, good. Now. So this your left hand. What? Okay. Just now I talked about left hand. It's your metronome. All the freedom gave it to the right hand. So that's a rubato thing. So rubato is because like rubato is something like overall the length is certain. So for example, the whole piece played within 3 minutes. So 3 minutes, that's overall the outline. But how fast for individual measure, it can be discussed. So you are not like split evenly or perfectly for each measure. You can do a little stretch, a little bit push in individual measure, but the overall, it has to be finished by in 3 minutes. This is something rubato. So like that means the overall length has certain like we are not randomly to wait or push. But you can do what you can do if you want slow down one part. You have to looking for somewhere you have to like catch the time back, because you wait first and then you have to catch it back, right? So that's a rubato. But for overall, all the freedom thing you can do by your right hand, not left hand. Left hand, that's metronome. That you have to play perfectly on the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So over both hand together. So I pull a back, ba ba ba. It's a little bit retarded, but here, di da 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 da. The time back.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So that's the pull and the push between each other. Okay, and at the second page, bar 16, we'll see bunch of notes in one beat. Di da 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 di da 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 di di da. So split into 3 groups. First one, C, B natural, B flat, A. That's the first group. Second one, broken diminished chord, and 5 notes together. So da di da 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 di di da 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 di. So, da, 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 da. So try the first 4 notes. Oh no, A flat, F, D, and B and B. A flat, F, D, and C flat. Oh, B nat B. Okay, C flat is B natural. It's a diminished 7th chord. A flat, F, D, C flat is B natural.
Wait, B flat,
C flat,
C flat.
C flat. Yeah, that's B natural, and then B flat. B flat belong to the last group, not second one.
Sorry. Wait,
Okay, try it again. So the starting from C natural, not C sharp. Okay, C natural, C, B, B flat, A. Yes, and then A flat, F, D, and B. Yes, and then B flat, D, G, F, E flat. That's right. So you split it into 4, 4, 5. That's easier to organize all of them. And bar 18. Bar 18 is right hand play 4, left hand play 3. Right hand the ba 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 4 times, and left hand right. So right hand play 4, E flat, and left hand play 3, this 1. So first note together, da 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 da. So like it's equally each one. Together, right, left, right, left, right. Together, ba ba. The ba 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 ba. Together. Okay, so now playing. You have to understand how to split the compound rhythm. Tap on piano, right. So together, right, left, right, left, right. Yes, exactly. So when you play, that's the time for together, la da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Mm.
A flat. Lower note is A flat. A flat.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. The together ba 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 ba. So the left hand first note is A flat, not E flat. A flat. A flat. Together, right, left, right, left, right.
Wait, sorry.
A flat, not E flat. You hit the wrong notes. The first note left hand is A flat. No. You still play the E flat. It's A.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Together, right, left, right, left, right. Yeah, something like that. So together, right, left, right, left, right. Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay. Another split rhythm. It's okay. Last page, bar 29. Bar 29. So it's a. So it's 3 against 8. Your right hand played. So bar 20, 29. Right hand beat 2, that's 8. So thinking about it's 9. So thinking like a 3 against 9, that's equally, right? So it's a bang.
Yeah, it looks like Yvonne's frozen. 1 second. Yeah, it seemed to kicked Yvonne out. And I'm not sure if it's your internet, Emma. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, back in. Sorry about that. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, all right. Okay, here we go. And yeah, so that's the like some like, the rhythm part. And last thing I want to mention is cadenza. So like a flat finger, not too much slow down. So it's a excuse me, group as 3. So like a four pattern da 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 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a first group 4 4 4. So like 3 groups of 4. So 4 4 4 and last dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da dee da da da. Okay. The most beauty thing of the Chopin's Nocturne, it's a color. It's a color. You need to open your imagination. So what's a chord? So there are lots of beautiful things. For example, maybe page 3. So it's here. So each chord instead of different color. It's a strato, it's more faster in there. So it's a dee da dee da dee da dee da da dee da dee. Listen the overtone. So that's an E flat, like the very shining, very sparkling E flat major one. Okay? Any question?
No,
No? Okay, yeah, that's it.
thank you.
No problem.
Awesome. So I'm just going to remove the spotlight, and Terry, who's been patiently waiting, we're going to ask him to
Almost like
unmute.
a
Start- oh, there
ritual
he
now.
is. That's spotlight. There you guys.
It's almost a ritual now. I'm almost always last.
Okay, Terry, which piece are you going to play?
I'm going to be playing 3 pieces. Sonata in D major by Baldassare Galuppi. Another sonata in D major by
Oh, Terry, just for which one you should play. You're not playing all 3.
oh, okay, that's good. I'll be playing Jazz Exercise No. 2 by Oscar Peterson.
Sure. Okay, thank you. We always like very fun to listen to jazz pieces, right? Okay, I can feel like you really enjoy to play this one as well. Let's talk about the jazz and the swing. Do you know what is swing?
No.
No, okay. Swing rhythm, that's a very important character of the jazz. So when we mention the rhythm like a swing rhythm, swing eights, that's for jazz character. And the different from the jazz with like the classical, the real like serious music, the only difference is for the accent. So like
Oh.
we play the piano, like we always put like if it's a 4/4, it's a strong weak, medium weak, right? If it's 3 beats, it's a strong weak weak. So that's where we put our accent. But jazz, it's opposite. The swing is based on the eighth note, right? The 2 eighth note, but the first one we consider is a triplet. So the 2 let me explain more clear. Swing written in 2 eighth note, but we consider the rhythm in the triplet. So something like triplet, triplet, triplet. So it's a triplet, 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 triplet. So that's a swing. And can you hear where I put the accent? Triplet, 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 triplet. We put on the second eighth note. That's different than the classical, because if we play the 3 beat thing, we give the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, not. So if we give the accent on the offbeat, there has some like drag feeling, right? It's not da 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 da, it's a da 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 da. There has all push and pull back feeling. Yeah, that's a swing. Okay, all right. So you understand what is a swing rhythm, and you know the swing rhythm accent is for second eighth note. Second eighth note. Okay, sometimes if you want play the jazz music to be like, maybe one day when you grow up, you want to be the jazz musician, not like a classical pianist. You can build up the technique from now. Practice all the scales, like the normal scales, as the triplet, like a swing rhythm. Give the accent on the second one, to something like a. So practice the scale like that in the swing rhythm in all the keys. All the keys, like what you normally in level 8, like some G flat major. So if you're really familiar to do those things, it's very easy for you to get the right track of the swing rhythm. Okay? Yeah, just some tips. Second thing, for most jazz music, there's no slur. Like the sonata or any like the Schumann, like all the romantic pieces, you can see lots of slurs, staccato, those things. But you can see your music score is pretty clear. Okay, open your music score. See that there's no any articulation, no slur, no staccato. All right, but it doesn't mean we play non-legato. Yeah, non-legato for longer note, longer value note, such as quarter note, half note. Play non-legato. So your left hand, ba, 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 ba. So those notes play as non-legato. Right hand, all the fast passage, like the eighth note as a swing, the triplet, those things play as legato. Okay, so mostly in jazz music, we only have long note for non-legato and faster, shorter note for legato. Only two type of articulation. Simple. Compare classical, compare Beethoven, Chopin, those things. Jazz music is pretty simple articulation because these rules you can use on any of the jazz piece. Any of them. So this is some like a common rules. You after you understand, you just get it. Very simple to pick up. Okay, but we have articulation. So the articulation related to the accent. Accent, right? The accent for swing rhythm, we gave it to the ending of the phrase. Ending of the phrase. So like the beginning. Here, that's an accent. That's feel like jazz, right? So if you want to take some notes, you can grab a pencil. I can tell you how to practice it. So the swing rhythm, we're using some syllable like the vowel to practicing. Swing rhythm, we use do va, do va. Do is for longer, the first longer eighth note. Va is the second one. So if it's in scale, do va 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 do. So do va. So if you feel like say with me, speak with me, do va, you can feel the va is the accent. Do va do va do va do va. So you can practice your right hand like do va do va do va do va do. Here's the accent using T for accent. So do va do va do va do va do T. Do va do va do va do va do va do T. So short eighth note at the end before the rest, that's the accent. Short eighth note before the rest, that's the eighth note. So in measure 2, B flat E, that's accent. In measure 4, C natural, accent. Can you tell me where's the next accent?
Bar 6.
Right, same B flat and the E.
Yeah.
Right, so that's an accent. Okay, so everything combined together. You have non-legato, non-legato left hand. Right, this is non-legato. And the right hand. Do va do va do va do va do ti. Do va do va do va do va do va do ti. All of them together. It's more jazz, right? It's unexpected accent happened here and there. That's more jazz feeling. Okay, I show you one time without those articulation. This is sound like. Sounds flat, right? It sounds like the skills, etudes, not really attractive. That's more jazz, right? Okay, do you want to try? Let's try. Let's starting from the left hand and non-legato because you need to feel comfortable to lifting your hand as non-legato touch. Yeah, okay. Your piano lower register part need to be tuned. It's auto tone. So those the pitch over there need to be tuned, okay? And now try the right hand. Let's do a little bit slower. Try the tripoli do va do va do va do va do ti. Okay, and so all the swing rhythm accent on the second one. So do va do va do va. So try speak with your playing. That's really helpful. Do va va do va do va do va do. Yes. So you get it. Okay? And keep going. Tripoli, tripoli, do va do va do va do va do va do ti. Okay, you need legato here. The finger. And with the accent. Tripoli, do va do va do va do va do va do ti. Okay, and now combine with left hand. Keeping slow tempo. Yes. Okay, so so from beginning to there, how many phrases you played?
4.
Yes, 4. So you have to thinking about play legato 4 phrases. So your choose a fingering has to be played completely legato within one phrase. Okay, I mean, part has to be connected. So you play like, so there are some unexpected stop, but you have to connect. Another part, so your finger choice is has to be connect this finger. Something like you play like that. So like you separate them, but it has to be connect. Right, and again, so not separated by, so you play the da 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 separated with previous triplets. All of them has to be played one slur. Okay, and last one. This is another place you have to legato. One. Yes, something like that. Okay. The eighth, no, dot the 8 plus 16. This rhythm in the jazz keep the same as the classical. Count the da 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 da. So like 4/16. So da 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 da. So this dot the 8 plus 16 has to be distinguished with a triplet, because triplet is a 1 2 3 1 2 3 triplet 4/16. That's 4/16. So combine with them. Can you hear the difference? Like the triplet and the dotted eights with the 16. So the 16 definitely shorter than the triplet. Triplet and the swing, they are same. Because the swing is based on triplet. It's triplet, triplet, triplet. Do va, do va, do va, do va. That's the swing. Dotted rhythm, dotted 8 plus 16 is a da 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 da. It's more accuracy. Okay? So when you play the bar 10, 11, those two, so make sure you count it. So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 triplet, triplet. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 triplet. Lots of speaking thing. Okay, you can try that. When, like my ideas, all of my students, they are really busy during the practice and in the lesson, not just for playing. They have to be sing, speak, counting at the same time. So once you can speak along with your playing will be perfect. So sometimes we just think, oh, I can do, it feels like I get it. But when teacher asks to speak and play, they cannot do. They cannot do. That means it's not really get it yet. But once you speak along with your playing, you will get it. Trust me. Okay, try a little bit slower on bar 10 and 11. So just the right hand, So let's count the 16, dotted 8 plus 16, count the 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, triplet, triplet.
Can I start on bar 9?
Sure. Okay, the finger. Really, okay, if you're starting from bar 9, I have to mention the finger as well. This finger has to be completely legato. 2 3 1 4 1 5 2 3. 1 5 1 5 2 3. 1 5 2 3. Using the finger on the score. Look at the fingering. Look at the fingering on the score. on your music, that finger really work.
It doesn't have fingering on
Oh,
this.
you don't have finger? Okay, so I tell you. So 2 3 on F sharp and A sharp. Yes, and 1 4 G and B. 1 4. Yes, and 1 5 A and C. 1 5. A and C 1 5, and then 2 3 A sharp C sharp. Yes, and then 1 4 on B and D. Yes. Yeah. Triple, triple. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Triple, triple. Okay. 1 2 3 4. Triple. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Triple. No. A sharp. Sorry.
I'm lost.
You lost. Okay, you will get it. You practice that by yourself. Okay. Do you understand what that might what is my
Yeah.
idea?
Yeah.
Okay. So the rhythm. This is the practice that is help you to find what's the like really dedicate rhythm for the very subtle change in the jazz music. Okay. Now let's move to the next page. So here. So practice da 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 sounds like a one hand play. Yeah, so it's need more even. Triple, 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 triple. Okay, the finger 2 1. So here left hand 2 1, right hand 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 5. Yes, that's right. So make all triplet even and connected. Okay, same idea bar 20 and the same idea on 22. Sounds like one hand play. Okay, and more connected and same. And more fun ending. Okay, so the last two line same as beginning. Do va do va do va do ti, and like the swing. So da 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 do va do va do va do va do ti. Okay, yeah. So that's the rhythm. Last thing I want to talk about pedal. Did you use some pedal?
No.
No, you can use actually. So jazz music, there's no pedal mark. Actually, when you move to the advanced level, many pieces doesn't have the pedal mark anymore. But it depends on our listening. What kind of the sonority, the harmony, the sound you want to create. So pedal will help you to change from like the black and white sketch to a watercolor. So that's pedal's function. So we can give the pedal very short. This one doesn't have the like long pedal to blurry everything. We need the clarity, but we can give on the bass note. bass note, on the accent, you can touch up a little bit of the pedal. The audience won't figure out if you use the pedal or not. That means you're perfect. Because when we use pedal, we don't want people, oh, this guy use a pedal. We don't want to be recognized. Pedal just is a tool. Some tool is really handful tool. We can make the music to be the next level. So just make the whole something like the filter. Yeah. When we take the picture, we're using some filter to take the whole picture looks nice, looks better. Same function of the pedal. Okay, yeah. So give some touch up pedal, not blurry, just a little bit. Sorry. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's everything. Any question for me?
No.
No?
Thank
All
you.
good? Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, Emma. That was wonderful. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon, your Sunday afternoon with us. And I just want to say thank you to all the performers. Yeah, we'll conclude the afternoon. Oh, no, not everybody stayed. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Okay, thank you for having me, and thank you, Sally, for your really nice messages. I read it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone gets some idea from me, and I really enjoy to teach all of them. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it was very fun.
Mhm.
That was
Okay.
great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.